Hello, this is Alec Kerr, the film critic for the Conway Daily Sun. February 20th, 2009 marked the 10th anniversary of film critic Gene Siskel's death. Now, for whatever reason, it just didn't occur to me that it had been 10 years since his passing. But even though this is a little bit late, I want to offer my tribute to Gene Siskel because his death was a major turning point for me. I was 16 years old. I had just turned 16 when I found out of his death. And I had just been flipping through the channels, and for whatever reason I stopped on the news, and when I heard the news, I had just a moment of clarity where I knew that I wanted to be a film critic. I went as far as calling a friend up shortly after finding out the news and telling them that I would fill the void that was left by Gene Siskel's passing. Gene Siskel was my favorite critic at the time. I watched Siskel and Ebert whenever I could. I read his weekly movie reviews and TV guide, and if I could have gotten a hold of the Chicago Tribune, I would have read it there too. But this was at a point where the internet wasn't quite as widespread. I did have the internet, but the Chicago Tribune, I searched and searched, and I could never find any of Gene Siskel's old reviews. And when after his death, I was hungering to find like archival reviews, and I had to settle for going to the Chicago Sun-Times and reading Roger Ebert's reviews. And for whatever reason, I was a fan of Siskel and not Ebert. And but I grew to love Roger Ebert's writing style as well as Gene Siskel's. And I learned to really appreciate Roger Ebert's wit and intellect. And one thing that both Siskel and Ebert shared was they made a point of really explaining their opinion, which I feel is something that is lacking in a lot of film criticism today. They weren't about making bad puns or talking about gossip. They were very much about looking at the film and explaining why they liked it, even if it was just an entertainment, why it entertained them, or if it was a film that was trying to achieve something higher, whether it achieved it, or whether a film didn't quite reach the levels it was trying to get to, but still remained interesting. And they made a point, Roger Ebert still does, of really exploring what a film was trying to do. Now, I'm not nearly as good as Siskel or Ebert, and I'm still trying to get a kind of screen presence as I make these videos, but I try to achieve the same thing. I try to make it about the movies, and that's my attempt to honor Gene Siskel's life. And I'm going to continue to follow down this path of being a film critic. I'm not at the New York Times or anything like that, but I am doing my film criticism at a small newspaper, and I also write for a magazine that takes my film criticism, and that's my way of honoring Gene Siskel's life. And I have been unwavering in following that career goal, and I just hope that my life can be a tribute to him. So that's all I really have to say. This is Alec, and keep watching.